Hey, what's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Lil King, Riding High Podcast. Let's chop it up, know what I'm saying? Hey, man, got my dog Droopy M in the building, know what I'm saying? Got DJ Dynamite in the building, know what I'm saying? Hey, we got a very, very special guest today, know what I'm saying? Y'all may have seen him whenever I first heard of him, I was in middle school, you know what I'm saying? This was in the early goddamn 2000s, you know what I'm saying? Shit, he was, I don't even know if he was selling tamales or not, but I knew him as the tamale kingpin, you know what I'm saying? we finna figure that shit out today, you know what I'm saying?
We gonna get to the bottom of this.
So from rapping to the comedic journey, the comedian journey that he's taken in recent years, you know what I'm saying? Y'all may have seen him on TikTok, YouTube, on all platforms, you know what I'm saying? Give it up for Chingo Bling, man.
Hey, y'all saw how I clapped for myself first. Y'all saw I was like, no, after that intro, we gotta set it off. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah, for sure. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Great to be here, man. Hell yeah. Greeted me with Rick Roll, egg rolls, and backwoods. Everything.
Yeah, hell yeah. This episode is sponsored by the Most Comida, man. Shout out for the Rick Rolls, Rick, man.
Yeah, I hit up Rick Santana, man, for that for the old Rick Rolls right there, man.
Hell yeah.
First time having them too, so
hell yeah.
I'm gonna get my appetite going right now.
For sure, shit.
Oh yeah. We're talking on camera, man, about how you started off over here in Corpus, man.
Where are you originally from?
Houston.
Okay, bet.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to high school and stuff like in Houston and stuff?
No, I actually went to high school in New Jersey.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So in 8th grade, curveball, I got a chance to go to like a private high school in New Jersey.
Okay.
Full ride. And so I was out there early 90s picking up Hot 97 radio from New York.
Was you playing baseball or something?
Nah, not that kind of scholarship. Hell no. Basically, they just needed like, okay, look, we need a couple little minorities with some sauce in this bitch.
Already.
Basically, I got the sauce scholarship.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great opportunity, man. It was a great time. And while I was out there, I could pick up New York radio. So I already had my Houston roots. I already had my influence from back home. And here I am on the East Coast, and you're hearing about new artists, DMX.
Oh, shit.
New artists, new artist alert, Wu-Tang. New artist alert, Jay-Z. These dudes were like new, like, the Fugees. Yeah.
Like coming up and shit.
Yeah, they were literally new. So that helped a lot of my influence. That's when I just really started, like, I was already into music since I was like real little. But that just fed it even more, where I was like, yo, I grew up seeing East Coast rappers, on MTV and stuff.
Hell yeah.
I grew up seeing all that, and just to be a little bit closer to the action. And then, fast forward, we're here in Corpus. So yeah, I'm from Houston, and I started my career in San Antonio.
Okay.
So thankfully, that's just right up the road. So in the very beginning, I was able to link up with like Four Corner Hustlers.
Oh, really?
Ice, Smoke, Tiny, R.I.P., Flatline, R.I.P.
Legends right there.
All my people in 361. So I like tapped in, and I got so lucky and so blessed because they gave me the blueprint. They gave me the game. I first saw Four Corner Hustlers in San Antonio. That's how I met them. Yeah. I was in San Antonio at some like big nightclub that was like popping. And I'm just like a little DJ, college student, college radio DJ at the time. And I see these dudes, man. I see like 4, 5, 6, 7 Mexican dudes, fresh fade. They like came in tune, in sync. Like everybody was kind of matching, like denim and all this. I'm like, man, Mexican Hot Boys is in this bitch. Like, I'm like, this is fucking, I'm like, Latino Cash Money. So I started investigating. I'm like, man, who the hell? What y'all got going on? Hey, man, we rap. Where y'all from? What's your name? Four Corner Hustlers. I'm like, shit, I'm a DJ. And I was like, where y'all from? They're like, Corpus Christi. I'm like, shit, say less. So I pulled up, and, college student. Yeah. So it's like, man, look, I'm not trying to rent no room and do all this. I'm just going to like drive in. You got whatever little gas you got in your car. And they gave me the connects. They're like, look, these are all the stores in town that sell CDs. This is a place you could put posters. Here go buddy from the radio. Here go a couple DJ. You done met. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, this our boy Chingo. Boom. Now we're in the studio. Me and Ice got a song. Yeah. Ice and Bling. Eating on some rice and beans. You know what I mean? Like just coming out. And then hearing like Smoke's beats and hearing Flatlines flow. And
had you already came up with like your how could I say, like your character yet, or were you just rapping at that point?
Nah, it was already like, hey man, it was like the beginning, so I'm having to explain the shit to people.
Already.
Okay.
So I don't remember how I kind of told them out the gate, like, hey y'all, look, I'm dipping my toe in this rap shit, but like on some funny shit.
Already.
And I do remember who, I can't remember who it was from Four Corner Hustlers that had said, they're like, oh man, you remind us of Ice, you know what I mean? Like, because Ice, he really from Monterrey, he really from Mexico. And so me and him clicked up right away. But yeah, man, from the beginning, from when I first started actually rapping,
Yeah.
it was always on some funny shit.
Already.
Like I just knew off top, like, look, bro, you don't sell no dope. You know what I mean? You don't know how to work no triple beam. You don't know, you know what I mean? You don't know what kind of stove. Like, I don't know the recipe, the temperature. Like, I heard somebody, you could microwave like this, like somebody cookie and scrape it. So look, I already knew, look, right now the wave was pen and pixel graphics.
Hell yeah.
Look hard in the fucking poster. It was motherfucking goddamn. You had to have your meme mug, like everybody.
In front of a car and shit.
It's like the alpha shit. You know what I mean? Everybody was on some G shit, and I was like, you know what? They gonna laugh me out the room. I'm not. That's not who I am. I gotta find an angle that's true to me. And I didn't know I already knew I liked comedy.
Yeah.
But I was just like, all right, I think I know a way where I could do me and be me and not have to be like, for example, I'll give you the best example. When Eminem came out with that, hi, my name is hi, my name, you know what I mean? Chicka Slim Shady. That Slim Shady character, I was like, that's literally what I'm trying to do. Where you could be free, where you could be free to express yourself and have artistic license to fucking say some fly ass shit and put your sauce on it, make it entertaining, make people want to rewind it and be fly with it, and stuff like that. So
hell yeah,
So the Slim Shady shit, I think that's a good example of like, all right, you could flex skills on some of the stuff, and it still takes talent, and you ain't no punk.
And was all this shit like self-funded at this point too?
Yeah, at one point, my family had to pitch in.
Oh shit!
My family, my sister, and my brother, not had to, but it got to the point.
They believed in the dream.
Yes, it got to the point where they're like, "Mijo, Junior, I'm Junior back home. I'm Junior back home." Like, because think about it. Think about the economics. If you strike gold and you start getting a buzz and you're navigating it, and you're like, "Wait a minute, I think there's a demand." And thank you. And you're not really set up to keep up with the demand. Yeah. So you at the point where you got to go press up 10,000, 5,000 copies. You kind of like, hold on, where my startup if I re-up? I love to re-up when I can re-up, but I can't even start it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So did you go through Southwest Wholesale or you did it all by yourself?
I would go to Southwest Wholesale as a DJ. So my boy Ghetto, he was like an A&R type of guy, Garland Cyrus. And I was just a college kid. He didn't know me from shit. But he was cool enough to show me the game as a DJ. Where you would see like Daz in the hallway. Like Daz had some shit going on. He introduced me to the pen and pixel graphics people and the owner, Robert Gilliman, who just passed away.
Yeah, R.P. Robert.
So that was like the Def Jam of Houston. Yeah. When you see C-Note, Botany Boys, you see all these Wasp Nest, like you see all these different independent,
rap
local, going up there getting a check. And I started seeing the economics. Like, okay, so these dudes got like a deal with them. So they distribute, they get a percentage because the mom and pop shops, they need product. So they hit up the distributor, the middle person, Southwest Wholesale. And that they would load me up with posters, t-shirts. Like, hey man, here goes some, you been to rec shop? You ain't been to rec shop? Because I would drive in from San Antonio.
Damn.
Go back home, visit family, eat good, listen to the whatever music was out. Back when local radio would play local shit. And then go to Southwest Wholesale, check in. They'd load me up and they'd be like, man, you haven't gone by rec shop yet? I'm like, shit, I wish. Man, let me hit them up. Go over there. Here's the address. Holler at this person. Boom. Now you got some stuff to give away on there. Rec shop, Big Mo promo.
Damn.
Now interviewing Big Mo in the machine, like the 20 years ago version of that. Where you pull up, interviewing Hawk at a meeting, like at an in-store. At the same time, working the flea market in San Antonio, just grassroots. Back then, you couldn't tweet some shit. You had to go make you some flyers. Whatever fly shit you wanted to say, you got to put it on the graphic.
Hell yeah.
And that's how I would talk shit. It'd be like, Chingo Bling, whoop-de woo, stop trying to sign me, fucking bootleggers, stop bootlegging my shit. For tamales, call 1-800, whatever, and just like a fly photo with a crazy outfit, just to get people talking.
Because I want to say, like, I remember the first time I ever heard of it. Well, we had my homie who lived down the street from me. Shout out John Roel. He had actually bought. I think it was a CD. I can't remember the CD or cassette. He had bought it at the Corpus Christi Trade Center. Like,
man, shout out Miss Judy.
Already. So that was just you on foot distributing yourself at that point.
Funny story. So yeah. Shout out Judy from the trade. I think right now obviously CDs is not really a thing at the moment. So she probably slanging parakeets. So back when I pulled up at the Trade Center, these people literally like angels in my path, bro. They like bless me. They blessed me so much because they didn't do or real recognized real, and I must have passed the test to where somehow, some way, Miss Judy said, "Look, leave me 12, and I'll consign them. If they sell, I got your money. If they don't, come pick up your shit." And they're from Chicago, so she literally said, "You're gonna have to come pick up your shit." And dude, the shit was like burned, like Kinko's. You printing the labels, you sticking them on there. And lo and behold, bro, she hit me up like, I don't know how many weeks later, but she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "You need me to come pick up my shit?" And she's like, you hear she was slaying. She had another booth with parakeets. She's slanging shit. She's like, "Hey, I'm real busy right now. It's a Saturday. You know how it is, Trade Center. But look, real quick." And I'm like, "All right, if you want, just keep them. I really don't want to go pick up my shit, She's like, "No, I don't have any more." And I was like, "What? You threw away my shit?" She's like, "I ran out." I was like, "What do you mean you ran out?" She's like, "They fucking sold and I need more."
Damn.
And so I'm like, "Fuck, do I got a driveway down there?" I'm like, "Well, how many do you need?" And long story short, she showed me how to ship it through Greyhound. And or I think I might have mailed them at that point because I didn't know how to mail shit, meaning I just threw them in a shoebox, like in whatever type of box, and I just taped it up.
So this was like early stages.
Early.
Already.
In the beginning. And she's like, "Hey, I got your fucking CDs, but goddamn, bro, go find a box store." And I'm like, "They got box stores?" And she's like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to send them in this Foot Locker shit."
Oh man,
that is funny, man.
Yeah.
That is funny. Hey, so you made some music with Smoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes,
I was in the studio the other day, man. I saw y'all had a plaque up there, man. Where they hit the Billboard charts, actually.
I think it might have been on the Candy Port Soul album.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he did Tírate pa' atrás. I know he did at least one on there. Tírate pa' atrás. And I made sure he had a slot on there. You know what I mean? It's like, we gotta get Smoke on there, bro. We're not gonna put this out because that particular album was my first like major distribution. It was distributed through Warner Brothers, and this is like in the height of Houston having a lot of attention at the time. MTV and all this, Source Magazine, XXL, like all that, like just the city and just the sound. And I had Salih and Carnival Beats produce like 7 or 8 tracks.
Damn.
And they had just did Back Then They Don't Want Me, like did the whole Big Mo, what is it? City of Drink. Yeah, City of Syrup. Yeah, he had just did that whole up damn near like 70% of it, still tipping, all that shit. So that was an interesting time to be in a studio with people, have a budget to really be able to have Big Pokey. Hey man, like, look, I'm not gonna waste your time. This is what I got. Pull up, have Big Pokey on there. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah. What was the scene like back then? Like, what was it like seeing that come to fruition, man? Like being right there in the middle, doing the Swisher House and the. What was it like being in the middle of all that?
Like kind of like the Wild West, run and gun. You know, just shit gets a little hectic in terms of it's like Houston, Texas, All-Star Weekend, like record labels calling, and you know everybody's doing their thing, and you trying to keep up with it all.
Everyone
Like-
trying to press up products and stuff like that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you just trying to keep up with it all. Like for example, trying to stay hot, trying to keep it going. Like another mixtape. That was our that was our podcast. That was our content. That was our content back then.
Yeah.
It was like turn on the mics. Somebody's making it. Somebody got a beat, or we jacking some new beat that just came out, and he already wrote his verse. He's on the hook, and I'm writing mine. And all right, moving on. Another one. Okay, we going to the club now. You're just young, got
So
energy.
what made you get into the parodies, man?
It was kind of by accident. I mean, yeah, Weird Al was cool growing up. It was really like out of necessity, meaning I don't have a lot of budget and I need to get attention, get heard.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of budget. You got to find something they're familiar with. You don't have a lot of budget, so you got to stand out.
Yeah.
You ain't got a bunch of budget, so you got to be creative. So it's like you got to be catchy, and your lane is funny. So I'll take you to the taco shop. Big Chile is what I got. You know, that too. And I had to put the food out there because our culture, we're so known for our food that you damn near got to get that out the way. Like I already did it and said it already. Now y'all can go ahead and just rap. Y'all go ahead and just rap. You know what I mean? I done say I done rap. I done already rhyme on the grind like a Morgan Head. You know, blaze shopping like a whatever. Anyway,
Yeah. What was the first song? What was the first song that actually blew up, man?
Ostrich boot, man.
That's the one that I remember. That's the one that homeboy played over here. Oh yeah.
I recorded on the machine like that and mixed it myself, and you know, you exported the little CD, then you burn the copies, and then you on Photoshop trying to you know what I mean? And trying to make something happen, trying to cook something up, trying to make art that's commerce, like make art that people might want to engage with. And then I got blamed for some parodies that were not me. And the reason I say blamed is only because it's not me and it's not how I would have did it and it's not my style. We just kind of got lumped in. Even though some would argue like, well, arguably, you know, it helped you too because it got heard and, you know, people thought it was you and that's got to be a good thing. And it's like, nah, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the thing too, where I kind of got painted in the corner. I kind of painted myself in the corner a little bit with that because then you start to kind of like it gets blurry or meaning it gets blurry, meaning like, but didn't you do you didn't do that one about I'm in love with your sister? And it's like, no. And it's like, no, that's not me. It's like, oh shit, that's my favorite one. It's like,
oh shit.
It's like, sorry.
That was you,
I know.
bro.
See? Yeah, because but go back and listen again.
Yeah, all those years.
Go back and listen again.
Damn. That's
I mean, I get it because LimeWire, somebody put my name
on it, yeah.
and then after that, somebody grabbed it, put it on YouTube. They put my name.
It was kind of like the old, what do you call it? Like the clickbait and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's like an urban, like a what is it, like urban myth type of thing, huh? Yeah, no, the person, but the person, yeah, I know he did that with like 50 Cent, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the person that did it, he was already known. He was on the radio too, and he just didn't want to take credit.
Oh,
So he wouldn't speak up for his shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
He wouldn't speak up for his shit because he probably just thought like, nah, man, I'm real. I'm a rapper or something. Or I don't know what his reason is. I'm not a mind reader, but he just won't claim it. I mean, he just stayed quiet when everybody, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Whatever.
What made you start getting on the stage for comedy, man? Like when did it go through your head? I'm gonna go be on the stage, man. Go try this shit out.
Well, the first time or when I actually took it serious?
Like when you took it first time.
Yeah, first time.
All right, so they're like, motherfucker, answer the whole question, bitch. Thank you.
Already.
So I always wanted to do stand up. When I was in college in San Antonio, right when I graduated, I still had my apartment another 6 months. So I stayed for another 6 months, still was doing my college radio show. And then I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and go back home, like back to Houston, and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with my life. You know what I'm saying? Like you finna just start applying for corporate jobs because you got a degree and all that, and fucking have a boss and somebody telling you what to do, and you can't be creative. Ain't no more spring break, you know. So I was like, nah. So I went back home and I was like, all right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do stand up. And I said, so what the fuck? What's step one? Because I don't know shit. So I went and introduced myself to veteran comedian Juan Villarreal from Houston.
Shit, hell yeah.
He was, I grew up watching him on Comic View and him just being like a hilarious H-Town Mexican, like so many people, dude, like Corey Holcomb and all these people were like, they give Juan his props. Like they're just like, yo, that's the funniest motherfucker, dog. He has so many stories. So it'd be dope y'all have him on here.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, I went to introduce myself to Juan. He had a show, and I was like, "Hey, you know, Mr. Villarreal, like, I don't remember how the convo went, but it was basically like, I want to get in the game. What do I do?" And he's just like, "Fuck, all right, kid. Well, let me finish taking these pictures and selling this merch, and you know, and then I fucking help you, little fucking make a wish." And he started giving me the game, but I didn't really like pursue it. He and I crossed paths again like a few times later, even when I was like a rapper. But at that particular moment, my Chingo Bling music stuff started like, I started leveraging all those relationships I made, like just what I knew, what I learned at Southwest Wholesale.
Yeah.
Like seeing how Rec Shop, like literally being in Rec Shop studio and seeing like, okay, so they got a prize closet where they keep the shirts and the stuff. And that lady seems to be like the office manager, and okay, I see they corralling Mo, like, you know, he's an artist, so they had to like wake him up. Like I interviewed him, and he fell asleep on me.
Damn, are you
Bar
serious?
baby, R.I.P.
Yeah.
How far through the interview was it?
Bro, it might have only been like 5. Look, in his defense, I was like a rookie, so I probably put him to sleep. Like I was probably like, Mr. Mo, you know, I'm a fan. And he got up, grabbed a little ice cream out of the fridge and sat back down like, man, you know, he was just like annoyed eating his ice cream. And I mean, I'm assuming he was probably a little dranked out too, but you know, R.I.P. But yeah, that's like just seeing, never in my wildest dreams that I think like I'm actually gonna have a chance to actually do some shit. Like this shit ain't actually gonna work. You know what I mean? Like this ain't nobody gonna fucking buy this shit. You know, you're your own worst critic.
Yeah, all the time, bro.
But the rest is history, brother.
Yeah. Is there any people that you would take on tour with you whenever you started out?
In the comedy?
Yeah. The comedy.
Oh man, shit. Javi Luna, right here from Corpus Christi, Texas best kept secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. Yeah, man. Actually, even Ralph Barboza, he hosted like 2 shows for me, like literally right before he was about to blow up.
Damn, that's what's up.
So it was really cool to at least like just have a chance to kind of work with him one last time as a normal civilian where he could walk down the street. That was super cool. My boy Midnight, like, you know, just big homies in the game, bro. Like they had already been doing stand-up. I was coming in from a different lane.
Yeah.
So they really took me under their wing and like show me some blueprint. Like, look, bro, this the anatomy of the joke. This the setup. This the punchline. This how you write. This how you gotta, you know, don't do that. You know.
Hey, so what was it like working on your craft in front of a crowd like that?
You mean practicing, learning in front of people that paid?
So you started off in front of paid crowds. You didn't never hit up like no open mic.
Yeah, I did. I hit up a bunch of like just I'm not. You know, I'm just trying to I'm not trying to like bump nobody, like kick nobody, like I'm Chingo Bling, I'm cutting the line type of shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Already.
You know, had to put in the work, but at the same time, kind of work good under pressure too, to where like, hey man, you don't have the luxury of like, you gonna have to practice right now.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have to do it in front of everybody.
Because we were starting just kind of getting it out the mud. Like For example, my boy Midnight in Dallas, he had they call him like a room, like basically a place to perform. He had this seafood place in Oak Cliff, and he was slanging tickets out the trunk, and I think we had an online link. But like we did real good, kept selling out, adding shows and stuff. So this is in the beginning before I was even in comedy clubs, before the Improv or any of these people knew who the hell I was. And so you just kind of like still a rookie, you're still a white belt, but you know, you shit, I mean, you getting laughs, but it ain't like now where it's like, all right, bro, you got the shit. Like you already kind of been doing it 10 years.
Yeah.
And I remember one time when I first did the San Jose Improv in California, I had a chance to perform there. And this is like a chain. So this is like the equivalent of a rapper all of a sudden you doing like House of Blues.
Oh, really?
And then you sell it out and you do good. And they're like, hey man, you want to do the Dallas House of Blues? Like that.
Okay.
So then they hit me up. Hey man, y'all sold out San Jose Improv like on a Tuesday or some random day. Last minute. They're like, you want to do Ontario? Last minute? Pow. Hit that hoe. God damn. They start calling from corporate. Hey bro. We don't know who the fuck you are, but you need to come up here.
Damn.
And you pull up, like, you know, some type of nice little Beverly Hills type area. And as soon as you walk in, you see all the specials that they produce for people. Joe Coy, Fluffy, like all this big shit. Yeah. They got management, production, they own clubs. And they're like, who the hell are you? Like, where the hell did you come from? Why haven't we heard of you in this comedy world? And I'm like, I'm from YouTube, Facebook, music, mixtapes, underground. You know what I mean? Like talking shit. Talking shit. Just talking shit, just like getting it out the mud. Like I didn't go about it the traditional route. And next thing you know, bro, they next thing you know, we doing everywhere.
Hell yeah.
I mean, this year hey, me and my wife, we just had a meeting. So she's my wifeager. And she's like, you ain't going back to Louisville, Kentucky. I was like, man, look, we planting seeds. She's like, nah, I don't think Raleigh, North Carolina want to see you this year. You're going to have to let it build up, you know. But, you know, Detroit show potential. You know what I mean? Milwaukee, I'm not mad at you. Like all these places, man. That's what's up.
How was it transitioning to like the new age, like TikTok videos and stuff like that?
Yeah, because I see it all the time. Like your videos always pop up.
Oh,
like all your characters.
Yeah, that Sancho shit be popping up on my shit. I was just showing one right now.
Yeah, I got to get back on it. You mean the guy with the mullet? Yeah. That's a good one, dog. That's a good one. From a comedian that been doing it 10 years, bro. You got talent. Don't let nobody talk you out your dream. Yeah, it's a good question, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Sometimes it gets challenging. It gets challenging because you're a grown man, got wife and kids, and you don't always want to like, okay, how we doing this shit? Or sometimes you feel like you can't really say what you want to say. Yeah. You know, you're going to lose about 5,000. You're going to lose about 5,000 people. You post that. Okay. Are we thinking growth or you just want to keep it real and let everybody know what you thinking? You know? So yeah, it gets annoying, dog. I'm not going to lie. Like I feel like these social media platforms got us working for them. Like, not only are we the product, and we're all fighting for, we thinking we the ones getting attention, but they the ones getting all the data and all the shit, all the good shit. Meanwhile, we just trying to spread the word. We are in Corpus Christi all weekend long, baby. Mesquite Street. Get your tickets now, November 8th and 9th. Got some musical surprises and all that.
Man, they keep on in the comments saying the tamale kingpin. Can we talk a little bit about how you came up with that?
Growing up, my mom made tamales. My dad sold them at work.
Oh, shit, already.
And then he got embarrassed. He got ashamed because his coworkers picked on him. And they put a sign on his toolbox. He worked at like body shop, body man stuff, dealership, stuff like that. And they put a sign on his thing like Pedro el Tamalero, like, you know, Pete the tamale salesman, basically. Because he'd be hustling. He'd take it to work. After that, he didn't want to take him and shit.
Oh, man.
After that, mom didn't really want to make him no more and all this. But I just felt like when I was gonna step into the game like it's Chingo Bling, I was like, man, we gotta put the tamales on it, bro. And I remember designing a poster, and I put, you know how back in the day, all the rappers, Master P and everybody, you had to put what's coming soon.
Yeah.
You ain't dropped the first one yet. I'm already telling you, bitch. Wait till the Kingpin. Oh, wait till the Kingpin drop. And you know what? When I dropped that album, the Tamale Kingpin, it was, I forget the year, 04, 05. I got fucked on that deal, bro. Like, we were getting it out the mud. Family, everybody pitching in, showing all this progress. You taking chances. You having to tie up money. Like, we got with this distributor.
Okay.
So this is because I was dropping off CDs at FYE and all those what is it? FYE, all the Sam Goody. Sam Goody.
Camelot music and all that
Yeah,
shit.
so
Disco around all that shit back then.
Hastings.
I mean, disc jockey and shit. Yeah, Hastings and shit like that. Hell yeah.
So they had a program called consignment, basically, where you drop the CDs off and then they sell, you get paid. And bro, I was hurting them hoes in them Hastings and FYEs and San Antonio, Sam Goodies. My shit was doing real good, thank God. And it basically got to the point where they called from New York City, the parent company of FYE, and they were like, "Hey, this is I forget the name of the parent company, but like some corporate shit. Hey, so you've been consigning stuff in our some of our stores." And I'm like, "You want me to come get my shit?" And they were like, "Nah, like this program is not for people like you. You too big." And I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean I'm too big? I'm not on no shelves, but where I could get in where I fit in." They're like, "No, you're moving units to where consignment don't make sense. You need to get with one of these distributors so that you drop off thousands of units to them, and then we fuck with it. We get with them, and then they get their cut. They handle warehouse storage, like all that bullshit, transport, logistics." So I said, "Give me a list of names. I don't know shit." She said, "Okay, boom, boom, boom." She named a few. She gave me the numbers. I think the first one I called, "Oh, you right up the street, not far. You're right here in my city. All right, let's do business." They seem like cool people.
Already.
The percentage was great. So all I had to do was shoot the music video, press up the posters, like keep the buzz going, studio time, buy the beats, basically make everything, because I'm going to get about 80%. 70%, one of those two.
Does that include you pressing up the actual physical copy of the CD? Okay, bet.
Yeah,
bet.
so
okay,
a good question.
Okay, bet.
So all you got to do is distribute, and you're going to eat.
Already.
Oh, bro, they want to keep the whole thing. They gave me, I think the first check we were expecting was 50 G's. They passed the check. It was me and my manager, David, at the time. And I'm like,
$50.
That don't seem right.
huh? This is a typo. It's $5,000. It got a 5 and it got a comma. And this dude, he was sipping a beer and he had his boy right there. Like they kind of just, I started seeing the unprofessionalism. I felt like I had got married in a married type situation where you're like, "Oh, this bitch don't cook, clean, nothing. They ain't got no job." So now it's in what you need, another advance? What you need in advance? What you need in advance? We can get you in advance. If that ain't, shit, I don't know what the overhead. And I'm like, "Bro, advance? The shit done sold. Oh, well, we gotta wait a little bit for breakage, and there's a percent, you gotta wait because some of the stores might ship it back, and it ain't just gonna be 50 G's. So yeah, I get it. I'm still learning, but at the same time, I'm on to your little scheme." Long story short, we ended up in court. We won. We have a lien on a couple of their properties, which I might need to check up, see if they tried to sell them or not. But it was like a depressing situation because my big sister and her husband, they did a thing, refinance like a mortgage on a house.
Yeah.
So you could have some capital to press the poster, shoot the video, hit the road, do the promo, studio time, pay the beats, press up the copies.
Hell yeah.
You done seen the whole accounting on that shit. Out, red, it's going out, it's going out, it's going out.
You took them a project that was ready to go.
Yeah.
That you had done everything out of your own pocket.
Not to mention that, like, we were already getting to the point where they're like, "Man, you're on Billboard, one of those charts." It was Hot 100 or some shit, indie, up and coming, whatever the fuck. I don't really care too much about them charts, but we hit a couple of them charts. And then they're like, "Hey," like right when we about to catch on to them, we're not letting them know that we about to sue them and shit.
Yeah.
That, or we could have went another route. courtesy call and shit like that. But these people, you could tell they was real good at robbing people because you start noticing how they move security wise. You know what I mean? And so anyway, they were at that point where they were like, oh, we need clean versions too, baby, because Walmart. We in Walmart now. Walmart want them. And I think we had already placed the order and had already tied up money on. I still got clean versions of Tamale Kingpin, because we weren't gonna take it to them.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna let you about to hit a lick off me off Walmart, a Walmart lick, so that when we do go to court, you're gonna use my money for your legal representation. Like that's my money. Is big bank take little bank.
Hell yeah.
So we tied up a lot of money with that lawsuit. It was like an actual big law firm, where everything you text, call, ask, it's hour. I don't remember what the rate was, but basically it was one of those principality things. And the point is this. We got to that crossroads where my sister was just like defeated. Like, all right, little bro, you gotta lead the way. I'm just big sister trying to watch your back, Junior. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a hip hop soccer mom. Like, I didn't know I was signing up to be motherfucking was Waka Flocka's mom name? You know what I mean? Like I didn't know how to be Suge. And so okay. So I basically said, look, either we just gonna get mad, count our losses, and hang it up and get disgruntled with the whole situation, or we gonna get right back in that motherfucking studio and see if we could cook up and think positive and thinking, man, we gonna look back and laugh at that shit one day in Corpus Christi. Like we're just gonna look back and laugh at it. Yeah. And it's the future's bright, the best is yet to come. I had to just psych myself out. And sure enough, that was literally like you paying to learn a lesson. Like you went to college real quick.
Hell yeah.
What was the process like, man, of going from physical copies, man, to the streaming services, man?
Well, first, you skipped over ringtones.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, my bad. Bring it back. Yeah, the ringtone game. What was that like for you, man?
All right, so look, great question, because at that time, I was negotiating with Asylum Records under Warner Brothers. They had Trill Entertainment under them. They had Swisher House and probably a couple others. But like Jay Prince was kind of involved, they say, behind the scenes. Like fun bankrolling them probably. Look, here go about $5 million, start your little label and kick me back something. Yeah. Shout out to Jay Prince. And so at that time, ringtones was a new thing. So I had to navigate that contract, meaning, hey man, I have a feeling that the ringtone shit, I don't want them to fuck over me on that ringtone shit. Like, please, what paragraph is that? What page? You know what I mean? You sure that's what it says? Because I just had a feeling like, man, cell phones were getting, I'm dating myself, right? Where it's like, cell phones, they had cameras on them and shit. I think Sidekick just came out. Little Sidekick. But MySpace was new. I don't even think YouTube was around.
Hell not yet. Hell no.
But you got to stay up on your shit because there's always new shit. These contracts, that's how they'll get over on you, bro. If they don't think you up on really being in tune with what's about to pop, they're going to fuck over you, dog.
Was that the time where Diddy was trying to sign you or something like that? And Little John, they're
okay
over you.
Okay, that's a great story, bro. Especially when eating the dogs. You said Diddy. You said Diddy, but even the dogs knew him. So the Little John part is interesting because this is how it all started. This is how Little John's name even got in the mix. Which I'll ask you after, like, how the fuck you know that? I'm like, how you know the Lil Jon part?
Do some research.
Oh wow, you're a motherfucking private investigator. Look, there's a distributor in Houston. I need you to check up on. So, my buddy Pitbull, I can't remember the exact year, man, but my buddy Pitbull was tied up in his contract with TVT Records at the time, which they went out of business. Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. 305.
Mr. Worldwide.
Hey, weren't y'all on a beef DVD together?
You know what, man? Yeah. You know what? that motherfucking beef documentary bullshit, like, I appreciate the opportunity. I think me and Pitt both saw it as an opportunity. Like, look, they're gonna put us on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just make it funny because we're boys. There is no fucking beef. So it was literally like a skit.
No, already.
It was literally like a skit, right? But anyway, so Pitt was tied in with TVT Records, and he was always like, it's almost like I picture a dude that's like locked up, but fucking making all type of moves. Like, even though he was contractually had to fucking jujitsu his way out of some shit, and thankfully that company went out of business and he was able to fucking go global after that. Yeah, worldwide. So one of these times he was like trying to get some business going for me or trying to get me signed type of thing was, hey bro, check this out. If anybody asks, Little John wants to sign you. And I'm like, oh shit, damn, for real? He's like, no, that's what I told Diddy, so that hopefully Diddy can want to sign you. And I'm like, so you lied to Diddy on your own? Like, didn't nobody, like, thanks for filling me in on this lie so I could keep up with the lie. Am I gonna have to, how intricate? Am I gonna have to study this web of lies? So I'm like, all right, bro, whatever, bro. Diddy ain't gonna fucking call just because you bluffed. Phone rings. The diddler himself.
Oh shit!
Damn.
The diddler. This before we knew he was a party planner on the side. Look, no baby oil was injured in this tweet. So this is back when we thought he was a respected human being. We thought he was a stand-up individual who, you know, I looked up to as a hip-hop icon. To me, he represented like what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to be the CEO behind the scenes. I didn't want to be the guy on stage and shit. And I was like, yo, this dude finds the talent, picks the beats, and fucking makes the shit fucking look cool. Especially like my era. Like, I'm early 90s in high school, and it was like Biggie Smalls, New Video, Hype Williams. Fucking, they didn't have drones back then. You had to get a helicopter to get that shot.
Hell yeah.
There wasn't no stock footage. You needed a whole helicopter to film the ocean and the yacht and the shirt, the Versace shirt flowing and champagne and fucking Biggie with a cane. Anyway, so I'm like starstruck. I'm like, oh shit, motherfucking Pitbull is a genius. This motherfucker Diddy actually called. He's like, look, All-Star Weekend, we're coming to Houston. I'm hitting you up. I heard about you from Pitt. Let's talk business. Pull up. We're gonna be Hotel Derek, all white party. That's where we're gonna meet up at Hotel Derek, and bring your boys and take that. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, what the fuck? He says, and one more thing, you gotta wear all white. Dude, I showed up, white cowboy hat, white. We all went rented white tuxedos and shit. My boy Eddie DeVille, like my boy Lucky Luciano, the whole crew, man. We roll up. He rented out the entire floor. He had HPD out there in the hallway. You go in, it's like it's like a house. You got assistants walking around with wardrobe. You got people on the couch watching TV. They got a chef over there. And I'm like, hey man, what time we going to the party? This is the all white party. Finally, late as fuck, we all leave. You see his fucking Navy SEAL security and shit coming out the elevator, like all in procession at once. Like, Navy SEAL undercover motherfuckers that you could tell know about 3-4 martial arts and weapons.
Fuck you up.
Yeah, they certified, bro. You can tell them boys certified for real. So anyway, we hop in the SUV. HPD's driving. They got the police motorcade, so we running lights and shit. I'm like, God damn, where the fuck Hype Williams at with the camera? We walk in, stunting on these hoes. I didn't know I was with a human trafficker at the time. But we walk in, stunting on them hoes, boy. I look like a little glass of horchata. I was wearing all white. And all the local people, the hoes that diss me, radio DJ, everybody was like walking, because it's all eyes on Diddy. And we right there, my boys. And they're like, God damn, this motherfucker plugged in, connected. And but so now it's time to talk contract business, right? So afterwards, we're done. We leave. We drop him off, or they drop us off, really, right? We all hopped in our cars. And my boy Lucky, man, he was kind of lit that night. And he was telling Diddy, he was like, hey man, come on, Chingo, come on, tell him, man. We take him to the strip club. Hey man, come on, hey Puff. He was all, and he's just kind of looking like, I'm worth a lot of money, sir. Like, he's like, hey man, come on, man. We're gonna fit the hit, man. You ever had wings from Onyx, big dog, man? You know what I'm saying? At that point, he was like H-Towned out. We were all on that Henny. So now when we talking business though, like a couple days later, it's like, man, how you gonna tell Diddy no, bro? You know what I mean? But you gotta tell him no, you know, just like Cat Williams said. But
tell him no.
But think about it. Yeah. But think about it. I'm having to navigate the music business world, and I was smart enough at that point. I think I had already probably got screwed over by that distributor, but I knew enough to where, hey, I knew enough to know that I didn't know everything. Meaning, be careful what you sign because you're gonna be locked in and fucking miserable, and you're gonna have a boss and shit like that.
Right.
So the thing that made me tell him no, even though he was promising, like, bro, I got 4 TV shows on there right now. And at the time, people were getting famous just off the show. Like either you fetching cheesecake, you holding an umbrella. So I'm like, man, I can at least be the funny dude on TV, bro. This is like, I'm TV ready at the time. I'm like, man, I'm ready to do this, bro. I'm young, got energy. Let's do this shit. No gray hair. Mm-hmm. And I had to tell him no because I wanted creative freedom, creative control. He wasn't going to give that up. He just said, we're willing to share that, which my consultant at the time said, this is what share means to music business people. That means it's going to be 51% goes to Bad Boy, 49% creative say goes to you. So if there's ever discrepancy, that's not the album title we like, that's not the cover we like, that's not that's not your first single, that ain't a club banger, that's a weak beat, whatever they say, it's got to go their way. So I was already like, I was like, I knew it had to be a catch. And then the other thing was, I really want to own my masters. I really want to like own my shit because I saw, you know, Jay Prince, Suave House. Well, I don't know if Suave House like owned all their shit. More than likely, they were independent and killing it. Yeah, they were fucking. Actually, Tony Draper told me a story. It was actually about Diddy. Just to weave it all in, tie it all together. So we were in LA doing business with Tony Draper, another person I look up to. I'm like, bro, this is the fucking Suave House, bro. This 8-ball MJG. What the fuck? Coming out.
Hell yeah.
I was like, bro, pinch me, dog. Like, I'm just a college radio DJ. I felt like an imposter. Yeah. I'm a college radio DJ. What the fuck am I doing having lunch in LA with Tony Draper talking about I can get you $400,000 right now at Capitol Records. But it's gonna be an artist deal, Chingo. You're gonna have to, work, I can get you one of them all day. But you over here trying to be me. You know what I mean? So needless to say, we told a lot of record labels no. But Tony Draper told me, this is what he told me. This is how I knew that the shit you see on TV, the New York flashy music video, basically, like you be thinking
that Mace shit.
Yeah, like you really be thinking, like especially back then. Mace got his podcast, so now
that 90s shit.
But basically, the contrast between local yokel Tony Draper from Houston, Suave House, 8-ball MJG, Orange Mound, Memphis, Tennessee, and the shit you see on TV, you thinking it's like this. You thinking like, bro, they the ones on TV right now.
They're the ones on top and all.
But guess what? Tony Draper said, man, when we met up and we're supposed to go to Atlanta and bring the toys out, meaning get your 18-wheeler thing and load it up with all your foreigns and shit, all your cars. He said, to quote Tony Draper, man, Puffy was on my dick. He's like, these motherfuckers. He was like, man, Puffy was on my dick. These motherfuckers got Porsches, fuck goddamn Mercedes and shit. He's like, man, these motherfuckers had never seen Rolls Royces and like. He said we put up in foreigns. He said we was rolling Bentleys off that bitch. You know what I mean? Foreign. What the fuck is that? How you say that? What logo is that? You know what I mean? Where the trunk at? All that shit coming off the thing. He's like, these motherfuckers. He said after that, they saw, oh, these Southern boys getting money.
Hell yeah.
The economics, the deal. Puffy shit. When I wanted my masters, He didn't own his masters at the time. How you going? And my consultant, Charlie Braxton, at the time, he said, Chingo, how's he gonna give you something he don't got? He don't even own his own masters. That's when I started seeing like, oh, the shit that's on TV, what look glittery.
Yeah, that's not really glittery.
It's like, nah, you a boutique label.
Yeah.
That's all. It's damn near a production deal.
Yeah.
You up under somebody else, which is cool too. I'm not mad at it because I might be doing something like that in the near future.
Yeah.
You know, meaning you could distribute. You know what I mean? I'll play my position. You know.
Hell yeah, man! I got 2 questions for
Yes,
you.
sir.
Do you remember your first show you ever did in Corpus Christi?
Oh man.
Guessing maybe it was like at the Yellow Rose, Hypnotic or something.
Wow. You know what? It's all a blur. Like a Diddy party.
Okay, it's all good. You can't remember shit.
I don't. Well, see, is the tricky thing is like the first.
Do you remember some of the first? Then
I remember some of them. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that a boom boom room, some little bitty spot over there in the hood. I had no business. Looking back, huh? That too.
Yeah.
Well, he named his. Yeah, but then they had a club too called the Boom Boom Room, like right across,
shit.
like right there by Smoke's Hood.
Damn. Okay, what is it? The pimped out ostrich boots. Who made those? Where did those come from?
So it came out of my imagination because I wanted to combine things that didn't go. You know what I mean? And I wanted to let people know visually from the moment you see me, I want you to know I'm on some other shit. You know what I mean? Like I want you to be like, I don't take him serious.
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted. Like, please don't. Because it takes pressure off me. Because as it is, I was feeling like an imposter. I'm feeling like, bro, I'm just a college radio DJ. What the fuck am I doing over here having lunch with Tony Draper? You know, so at the same time, it was like a defense mechanism to have an angle. So the boots was first an idea, and I mentioned it to my dad, and he's like, well, basically I told him, I was like, man, I don't know who can make them though. He's like, man, I know somebody, motherfucker. I know somebody can make them. He's like, give me the fucking boot. I was like, I don't believe you. Like, he's like, give me a fucking pair of boots right now. I'll be right back. And it might have been a week or a couple days. And sure enough, he brought them like in a plastic bag, custom. And at that particular pair, they just slapped a swoosh on them.
Okay.
Then I learned later that this family, they make the boots custom to where I start from nothing. Like they back there literally got the tools to cut the leather into the shapes. I started having my own mold over there. Like they even got me my own insignia, like this little thing that they started putting on the boot where it was like a logo. It was like my signature with a little rhinestone. I started putting phrases on them, so they had letters. Obviously, they put letters all the time, but like I had one pair. It said like now and later because they were just like now and later Gator. Yeah. And I started. I was hey, you look. Thank you, sir. Like I was inspired by like Ghostface Killer on the Wu-Tang skits and shit where he would talk about like dyeing the moccasins, the wallabies, the Clarks, them little suede shoes or whatever they are. And I was like, yo, this is another way to express myself. So I started saying, hey, Mr. Jesse, can you show me what all leathers and shit y'all got? He's like, well, we got this bright orange lizard, don't nobody want. Damn. You know, we got this lime green ostrich belly, don't nobody want.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at this shit like, bro, you see that indigo snake? He's like, yeah, that's Python, don't nobody want that. You know, I might make a purse or some shit one day, you know? So you just start really looking at it like, wait a minute, this is hip hop. And that is one of the elements damn near. Like, you got to be able to pop out.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm inspired by like, you know, Slick Rick and Biz Markie. When Andre 3000 started wearing shoulder pads and wigs and shit. Eminem's crazy ass, you know, just whoever really stood out. I didn't really give a fuck. Like MF Doom with the mask. Ghostface Killer with the mask. Ghostface Killer with the mask.
For sure. Y'all got anything else over there?
What time is it?
7:10.
Who's the biggest star that you've come across?
Oh man, that's all.
Would Diddler be
The
Diddler,
Diddler.
the top one.
Man, that's a hard one. Let me see. I met a lot of motherfuckers, dog. You know.
What about Nori and Fat Joe? I saw that you had a track with them. I thought that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I met Fat Joe briefly through Pitbull because I think this around the time Fat Joe had moved to Miami at first, and he had some little beef and shit with I think Cuban Link back home.
Yeah.
Coincidentally around the same time, and Pitbull hopped in that beef for Joe. And you know what I mean? Pit was like, man, I'm in the club with Pit. We having to watch our back over Fat Joe's beef and shit. You know, but anyway, Nori was in Miami as well, man. And I used to go to Miami a lot back in the day. And probably, yeah. He's been out there for a hot minute. And yeah, I did a show with Nori in Florida. And he put me on that song Mas Mais. And I think we did like one other song that didn't really get no real push. It wasn't no hit like Mas Mais?
Yeah.
Well, because it got everybody on it. It got fucking Little Rob and Nina Sky, Fat Joe. Pitbull was supposed to be on the song, but he recorded at some studio somewhere. Something happened with the mic, and they had to hurry up. And they were like, "Man, we got to cut your verse." But there's like a bootleg version out there where you can hear Pitt's verse.
For sure.
Who's your?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. After this, I think I gotta.
we got
This is my last one. How much of you talked about your distribution deal? How much of it like included promo, like you getting on the commercials, radio runs, and stuff like that? How important was that in the beginning stages?
Yeah, when I went to Asylum Records for distribution, that was a learning experience and a wake up call because I showed up naive, thinking, okay, when do I get my Gangsta Grills mixtape? You know what I mean? So y'all gonna put me on the road with like Boosie or somebody? Because you know what I mean? Like I know y'all got Trillion T, and I know shit. These my damn near label mates. You know what I mean? Like so, who do I go on the road with? Y'all gonna put me on the road? I get to open up for somebody, and it was kind of like in terms of radio run, they had some people on staff, and coincidentally too, man, one of the guys, I don't even want to say names. One of the guys who was in charge of some of my radio shit, his brother, who's also in the radio game, but like big wig, he don't really like me. He's like not a fan. He just, we kind of, bumped heads. But now his brother is the one that's on staff because he's good at that shit at the label. And I'm like, God damn, why I fucking be burning bridges and shit? So now when they tell you, hey, bro, Corpus didn't want to play it, nobody really showed that much interest, or you got a couple spins here and there, or yeah, man, I think we got to pull the plug on the record type thing. To where I in the back of my mind, I'm like, how much of this is your fucking loyalty to your brother? And you knowing damn well he don't like me because I didn't sign to him when he tried to sign me. Politics. But anyway, yeah, politics.
For sure. Hey, man, it's your boy DJ Lil King, Drew PM, DJ Dynamite. Hey, appreciate the guests coming through, man. Chingo Bling, man, the Tamale Kingpin. Man, I'm forever known of him as that, man, for damn show.
Appreciate y'all.
He got 2 shows this weekend. Let them know about your shows before we get up out of here, man.
Mesquite Street Live. Get your tickets now, chingobling.com. It's a great time. You know somebody's stressed out, send them our way. Laughter's medicine. It's going to be a fun time, man. We got a little music thing at the end. Couple guests, my boy Javi Luna is gonna be in the building. Y'all just pull up Mesquite Street, November 8th and 9th, right here, 361.
Already, for sure. Hey, man, it's the Riding Hot Podcast. Shout out to the Most Comedian, man. Hey, we out this thing, man.